Okay, so Irabor, I'm curious. Were you out on the road at about 5:32 a.m. around Ikoyi this morning?
No, 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 no.
Okay, and you don't have a twin brother?
No.
All right, because I saw someone. He was driving like he was in a hurry, and he kind of looked like Irabor.
Oh, that'd be nice.
Yeah. All right. Well, let's get into the show. Now, last week we've been, in fact, I think for a couple of weeks now, we've been talking about the battle of the comedians. And it seems like it's not ending. So Basket Mouth has given his side of the story. Now, Basket Mouth says what AY spoke about, 30,000 naira is not the actual problem that caused their situation. And he also says him and AY were never really friends. They were not people who would call each other to have conversations, hang out. They weren't friends. So maybe they were just acquaintances or colleagues, right? Yeah. So Julius Agu last week said he believes that there is more to the story than the 30,000. And Basket Mouth has now said, you know what? It's not even about the 30,000. It's about something else. And I remember he mentioned someone called Magnus or so in his interview on a podcast. So I don't know who Magnus is, but he basically says, well, he just decided to step away from AY because of something that had happened and not the 30,000 naira.
The fact that he doesn't want to say what the something is only just making everything very mysterious, unnecessarily mysterious. If indeed he's insistent that what AY is saying is not true, then he should, give us more context. Since he feels the need to explain himself. I actually was quite shocked when he came out to say something, because I wasn't expecting Basket Mouth to say something. I wasn't expecting him to say anything. I was expecting him just to let it just blow over. I was surprised. That means it's affecting his brand in one way or the other. So it's good that he spoke, but the half stories.
So either tell us the whole story or keep it moving.
Yeah, I mean, I agree with Jumoke because I was very shocked that Basket spoke about it because he exudes or portrays this aura of, seclusion and basically stepping into his light whenever he chooses to come out when he wants to come out and just keep things coded and all that. So I was very shocked that he, gave feedback. And there was an interview with Ebuka one time, on a podcast as well, where everything seemed chummy, but mixed messaging was also there because even Ebuka was confused by his answers. And we now saw the one with Nidu, the podcast and all that. And it was a different vibe altogether. And I'm agreeing with Jumoke. If you're going to speak about it 100%. If not, leave it because it's going to lead to speculation. It's going to lead to the same thing that you're trying to avoid or you claim to avoid or you claim that people shouldn't be doing. But at the end of the day, I mean, these are veterans, these are trailblazers, they are, money makers in their own right. I mean, even in the podcast, Basketball said he respects AY's hustle. AY is, a box office magnet, and Basketball too is doing his own thing. So I don't think beef right now is good for the culture. I would love that, they squash it, they genuinely squash it, not all those, oh my God, yeah, we're cool. Mm-mm. Guy, this is what you did. I'm hurt by it. I did this because you did this and all that. Have that honest conversation and move on. I mean, people fight, you get, but at the end of the day, if you're going to talk about it, talk about it. If not, I mean, leave it be because it's still going to keep burning and burning and burning, and people are going to keep, talking about it. So, I mean, it's PR for them at the end of the day.
All right, let's talk about Burna Boy. Now, Burna Boy, another first, has become the first Nigerian artist to appear on an Indian song. Now, he had collaborated with an Indian artist called Sidhu Moosewala. And sadly, Sidhu was murdered last year, about a year ago.
Yeah, 2022.
Yes, and that song has now been released, and it was released on the 7th of April. He's international, but we always knew he was international.
That's fascinating. I actually was. I was supposed to. I tried to find the video. I didn't have a chance to watch it, but I intend to do that after the show. I mean, it's exciting to see that. It's heartbreaking the way he died, but it's exciting to see that Burna Boy is crossing boundaries, as in more and more doing new things, and is a trailblazer basically.
Yeah. Most definitely. I mean, the key to lasting impressions, because till today we still talk about Michael Jackson. If a Michael Jackson record comes on, everybody wants to try and moonwalk or whatever, even if everybody saw in Nigeria at the point, an old age and everything, I'm sure. But, it's because he made timeless music. It's because he also collaborated with people. It's because, he really saw the future, really. And Burna Boy, he knows the business of music. His team understand the business of music. Collaborations are very key. Ed Sheeran collaborating with Fireboy is a very strategic move.
Mhm.
So everybody's trying to enter different markets. You have Netflix, Amazon trying to come into Nigeria. They see the potential. Although 200 million is not 200 million in the case of ROI, but that one is aside. Well, my point is the fact that Burna Boy will be collaborating with such a person, and the music is still coming out after his demise. It's a good thing, to tribute in a way, and I look forward to more collaborations with people from different parts of the world, because music is global. It's a universal language that everybody would understand at the end of the day. And I'm loving that everybody, above all, is looking, or they are looking for our artists or our talents to collaborate with. So that's a testament to how far our music has come. So the guys that Butter Boy and Fireboy and Co are standing on their shoulders, Fela and all those, they always have to keep giving them tribute, because it came from somewhere at the end of the day.
Yep.
Nollywood meets Bollywood. All right, 824. This is The Grapevine. Let us know what your thoughts are. 0809 444 981. That is the WhatsApp number. Okay, still talking about Burna Boy, though. Simi, the singer, has blasted Burna Boy's fans for labeling her husband, Adekunle Gold, a copycat. Now, Burna Boy's fans, or some of Burna Boy's fans, had accused Adekunle Gold of trying to be Burna Boy, wearing similar outfits, imitating his style, his pose, his patterns, maybe his hairstyle. I don't know. But anyway, Simi, his wife, is not having it, and she's had to step forward and defend her man.
I don't really see the similarities. I don't know. I don't see similarities between their styles. They're both trailblazers. They're both style icons. They're both people that push, especially Adekunle Gold. There was a music video of his that he released 2015 or thereabouts, where he wore this thing that was reminiscent of the hair pieces that 70s musicians, American musicians, used to wear. I loved it, and I thought it was amazing. So, and I've not seen Burna Boy wear that or wear something close to it. So I don't really see what the quarrel is. I don't see the similarities.
And who actually creates a style? Don't people adapt styles to suit themselves?
And suit their brand. Exactly. I don't really see what the fuss is about. But anyway, Burna Boy's fans are quite emotional.
If I'm as emotional as Wizkid and Davido fans.
No, you're right. No, they're different WhatsApp group.
They're all in the same WhatsApp group. They're all emotional. Everybody's supporting it. Like Messi and C Ronaldo fans. Everybody's just out there for their respective talents. But Burna Boy fans need to chill out on this one, I beg, please, because Adekunle Gold, yes, he reinvented himself. Everybody in the industry tend to do that from time to time. PDD has changed his name for God knows how long, how many times, So I mean, so everybody should calm down. Adekunle Gold is a phenomenal musician. We cannot take away his talent. He's a phenomenal musician. He's a talented individual. He doesn't only sing, he's a phenomenal graphic artist. So I love that Simi is standing up for something right this time, because I wasn't understanding what she was doing politically, with all the every that she was just posting. If you're not voting for this, I mean, come on, Simi. I didn't like that part. But anyway, for this one, I support her. Stand by your man, and the man is a talented guy, and she makes great music. I look forward to more music from her. And people should just need to learn how to demarcate themselves, or demarcate the talent from the music, and just realize that these guys are human beings at the end of the day, and everybody's just trying to package to survive at the end of the day.
Hear that.
Okay, so let's talk about Don Jazzy. Now, Don Jazzy is reported to have gifted one of his, a Twitter user, ₦1 million. Now, I don't exactly like the concept of people just on Twitter telling people, bless me, or send your account, things like that. Exactly. things like that. But it does seem like someone who asked for help received it from Don Jazzy.
It's a risky precedent that he has set. Yes, Don Jazzy, God bless you. It's wonderful when people give out money and all that to people that are in need, whether or not you're famous. But I feel that this is a risky venture. You know how lucrative online begging is. It has even gotten to the point where these people that beg harass people that are popular in one way or the other. They harass Baba do give away, especially during the COVID lockdown. It was ridiculous. The way they were just people were pressurizing famous people that seemingly that had money to do giveaway, forgetting that nobody was making money in that time. Everybody was at home. Everybody was bored in the house, So there was no. So it's wonderful that he gave away money, but it might not become that bad, though. But I am concerned that this might just worsen the online begging. Now they now have a precedent there. Your mates gave 1 million. Can't you do more? You know how entitled these beggars are. They are entitled like this. Like they gave you the bank account. Like they know what's in your bank account. Like you're supposed to give them tithes. It's ridiculous. So I commend Don Jazzy. Oh, I commend you, bruv. Oh man.
Could they have done it anonymously though? Give that money anonymously.
Everything that is being done these days has a hint of PR, Wow. So it also helps Don Jazzy's brand image if he does it anonymously or somebody posts anonymously or says something tied to him or whatever the case. I mean, he is capable of giving out 1 million naira, 500,000 naira, 5 million naira. I mean, he's a wealthy person, and it's one of the ways he connects with his fans. So, I mean, I don't see any problem with that. For people who, quote unquote, beg online, man, people are going through stuff. We have to first acknowledge that too. And poverty can push you to limits where you never thought you could even go to. But when it comes to harassment and entitlement, I'm not for that one. It's the person's money. It's your money, my money. I can choose to give you, I can choose not to give you, but you don't now have to now come for me because I chose not to give you at that particular point. Because just as MI and Sound Sultan and Two-Face will say, me self, I be human being, So at the end of the day, you don't know what I'm going through. So the fact that I'm a public figure doesn't mean that everything is all well in my own, yard. So everybody should calm down sometimes.
And not all of them that are genuine. As in, yes, we won't take away from the fact that there are lots of people that are actually genuinely in need. But there are lots of them on social media that are not in need. They're not greedy.
I won't mind 1 million naira. Who wants to die?
I won't mind too, but
but when it comes to online begging, though, people have communities around them. So if a person is in dire need and they're genuine, chances are, and I'm not talking about people who are crowdfunding, for large amounts for medical treatments or things like that. But for people who are saying, oh, I haven't eaten this morning, or, oh, my child needs medicine and stuff, I think your real community, the community in the real life, should be your first port of call.
Exactly.
Rather than going online to beg strangers.
I mean, times are hard. But one thing that comes to mind is people like Don Jazzy who give online and all the BB Naija fan bases. I think, if anybody wants to run for office, they should put a super PAC together with those guys for funding. They are very good crowdsourcers and crowdfunders because they make things happen, even in the dire of situations. I really give kudos to them. It's not easy.
No.
All right, let's read a message. Xavier says, Burna Boy fans are delusional. Sometimes the way these fans talk is irritating and nauseating, to say the least. And it's usually Gen Z that have refused to read history. A lot of them are empty upstairs. I said what I said.
Ooh, I agree sometimes.
Stay with us.
I agree sometimes.
That felt like so salty, man.
Like Gen Z's. Gen Z's will shock you in life. Those people. Gen Z's. The way they reason.
When they was on the
why?
I don't know.
I have to scroll up to see.
Wow.
And still I can drag out drag east. What happened? I was dragging you.
I don't know. I think James was saying something, maybe singing one of these songs that shouldn't be broadcast. And I'm like, oh, yeah. And I'm like, shit. Oh, well, it comes in the jump. Every now and then. Okay, so we'll go on to nice, and then those
nice. Oh, those clowns.
Oh my days. Irabor, did you see the video the skit makers made?
No, I haven't seen the video. No.
Oh, okay, I haven't seen it either, but Jumoke told me about the video, and I saw their apology. All right, it's time for us to go back on. You're listening to The Grapevine on Smooth 98.1. It's Irabor, Jumoke, and Zibby this morning. 0809 444 981. Let us know what your thoughts are. All right, so we're talking about Nice. Now, the singer Nice has won up-and-coming artist against chasing money after popularity. So he says that they need to seek relevance by creating a unique and quality brand of themselves, which would in turn translate to money. Okay, so money is the goal and not fame.
Yes, what Nice said was very nice. I mean, because fame is the easiest thing to attain. It is the easiest. It's the first thing that happens to anyone that works in entertainment. Fame. Usually the money comes. If you're lucky, money comes with the fame, but most times, especially in this climb, I'm not going to mention the climb, but this climb, the fame comes first, and then the money might take a while, and then while you're trying to navigate that fame, and you're trying to still make sure that you're relevant, people think, oh, you have money, and they don't they don't approach you. Okay, for those that think that you're expensive, based on whatever level the fame puts you on, they don't approach you to give you jobs because they think, oh, you're busy, you're famous, you have money. I mean, we can't afford you. Then for those that could afford these people, they, I don't know, they might come or start to try to see if they can price the person down or there. But it's a dance that it's a risky dance for people that work in entertainment. So what Nice said, well done, because it's the truth. It's the truth. Most times, and not just for musicians, actors, everybody that works in entertainment, it is easy to pursue the fame. It's very easy because that's the first thing that comes. But then the money, just trying to make sure that, okay, you're not priced down, but make sure that you're able to keep up, creating brands to make it look like you have the money. That's a very, very, very difficult.
Jumoke walking back to the memory.
I was about to ask the same thing. But in all honesty, fame is also important because once you're famous, you're seen everywhere. It helps you to get business. But now, most people don't take their time to understand the business of whatever they are going into. So somebody can say, okay, they want to be a presenter. Maybe they're hearing us on air now, the fact that we're talking. Nobody wants to understand the business of radio or the business of TV. Or for Nollywood, for example, I've had clients who would go and shoot a movie, for example, for like 100 million and expect, Netflix or Amazon to pay them that same amount. Meanwhile, they've not done research to see, am I supposed to do this? They'll see the likes of Moabudu famous and everybody, this one is doing this, Jade Oshiberi is doing. I mean, they're not understanding what Jade Oshiberi did Giddy series at a point on YouTube, did the soccer, did whatever, so people don't understand that fame isn't equal to money, but people need to also understand that whenever you're in a business, you need to understand the business of that thing, because I'd rather make money at the end of the day than be famous and be quiet in my own corner and just making sure that my family is set. So people really need to understand that and forget about all the hoopla. It helps. It's good. I mean, Jay-Z is famous and he's rich, wealthy, in fact. So people need to understand that divide.
All right, let's go on to some messages. Ikechiku says, be calming down. Let those who want to give. No one can harass anybody into giving 1 million naira. It's not easy to beg anywhere, let alone online. Some people live online and that's their community. Okay.
I don't agree, but okay.
Let's move on to something that made rounds on social media a few days ago. 2 skit makers, who shall not be named for obvious reasons, have made a public apology. And this is after they shot a skit that was in poor taste. Now, a lot of Nigerians took to their pages asking for the video to be pulled down, asking for the accounts to be suspended, asking for an apology, and possibly even asking law enforcement to step in to protect a child that was involved in this so-called skit. So Jumoke, you saw the skits.
Oh yes.
Do you want to just is it? I know it's something. Can you talk about it?
It's jarring, but basically, I'm just going to summarize.
Yeah.
Basically, it's a scenario where a landlord is looking at a baby inappropriately, and then it ends up where it's not supposed to end up. And rather than I don't even know, they shouldn't have even joked about that. They put a lot of laughing sound,
basically that insinuated a child, a baby, was being abused by a grown man. Yes.
I remember they put up because a lot of us went to I didn't even waste time. I reported, I did all of the above, and they released what they called an apology video, which is not an apology video. They even said in the apology video, they even pulled the mother. The mother sheepishly said, nothing is wrong, nothing happened to the girl. She's fine, I'm here. It was even my house that they used. And I'm looking at her wondering. And then they said, they even brought out, because the little girl had attachment on her head, which is a conversation for another day. And they showed the attachment. We even cut her hair. And I'm wondering.
So it means that these skit makers didn't even understand that the outrage was not about the little girl's hair. It was about her being portrayed in an abusive manner, really.
Yes, no, they didn't get it. No, they didn't, because I watched that video over and over again to be absolutely sure that I understood what was happening.
When can we say skits have gone too far?
I think they're starting to, as in gradually. And I don't know. I wanted to suggest that maybe the government gets in, but unfortunately, whenever the government gets involved in anything entertainment related, they end up messing things up, or they end up messing things up, or coming up with these policies that victimize the industry rather than help the industry or regulate the industry. So I don't know. At this point, I don't even know what suggestion to make, because the fact that I'm glad that people were able to come out and really, really call them out on the idea of content. But how about those people that are not on social media? Or how about those people that still did not understand what the problem was after watching the whole hoopla? What do you say about those ones?
Those who have the power to control people or have the power to influence, the status quo, they need to also be aware that, that responsibility is so important, because you can sway people's minds, to the right or to the wrong. I haven't seen the video, but I saw the apology, which was, I mean, I'm just going to not say what is on my mind. It was a horrendous apology. If at all you're going to apologize for something that important, you have to construct your English in a very proper manner. The diction, everything was just so misplaced. And the fact that, you're going to try and mirror society in a certain way, because such things actually do happen, it's something you have to deliver delicately, because it's not something that Nigerians would just welcome. Yes, we are an audience that would love to laugh. The country is hard, but I'm so happy that Nigerians will stand up for such, because the world today, a lot of people are just accepting so many things. You see drag queens twerking in front of children abroad, which is something so I can't even understand. So I'm happy and I'm proud about the fact that Nigerians are willing and open to standing up for certain situations that don't rhyme well with them. I'm going to actually go and find a way to look for that video to see something. I don't know, just to see how it was portrayed so that I can have
they've taken it down.
Yeah, but okay, they took it down.
The
it could be somewhere online. Yeah, it could be somewhere online or something. Yeah, so I'll try and find it to have more context. But it goes out to anybody making content. Try and make your content tastefully so your message is passed properly, because the world these days, it's so sensitive. So there are some subject matters you don't even need to venture into, just avoid. When it comes to children, if you're not going to deliver it well, avoid it.
Remember, a few months ago, Tiffany Haddish faced a lot of backlash because she had been involved in a tasteless skit as well that had to do with pedophilia, something so horrendous. And she says she hasn't recovered from it yet. So when you have world-class stars who have access to good teams and they still make these sort of mistakes, I guess in an industry where people are shooting skits with their cell phones, not a lot of knowledge, a lot of ignorance, these kind of things are going to happen and it will crop up. We've seen people being harassed. I've seen a skit maker who talks to women, is asking for directions, and then he pours water on them. And I'm just like, what is going on? We have skit makers. I saw one that I found very disturbing. I later realized it wasn't from Nigeria. It was a young man on an African street just touching women on the chest. And after he touched the first two women and they just looked at him and walked on, I'm like, okay, this can't be Nigeria. Because Nigerian women will say something or do something.
No, you collect slap.
Exactly. So I checked the plates of the cars and then I realized it wasn't Nigeria. Okay. But the question is, where does skit making go too far? Why are you pulling people to be unwilling participants in your jokes? Yeah. In the US a few days ago, a man was shot, a 21-year-old. Yeah. He was shooting a skit and messed with the wrong person, and the man shot him. Yep. So when do we say maybe this needs to stop, or at least have some sense?
Yeah, the need to trend is actually part of the reason. Everybody thinks, the craziest thing you do can actually get you likes and views, but everybody needs to be watchful. There was also a lady who would go to the market and just start singing and screaming in front of people. And I was just like, don't go and meet one Yamola one day and the woman will just understand what's going on and package you. But anyway.
Yamola.
I don't know. But I think I have an idea. Maybe those people that take people off of the streets to take them to the psychiatric hospital in Yaba. I think. I might be wrong. Am I right?
No, Yamola, all those women in marketplaces now that control things.
Iyaloja.
Don't worry.
No, Iyaloja.
Not the Iyaloja. No, don't worry. Inside joke.
Okay. Daisy says, Simi, we know he's your husband, but Adekunle is far too talented and doesn't need the drama that will commence. Thank you for not naming them and giving them light. The most ridiculous thing ever. Ignorance should be a crime. Lekon says an example of fame and money is Gary Coleman of the TV show Different Strokes from the 80s. Was that the 70s? Well, he was very famous, yet poor. And Xavier says desperation to be famous is on the rise. You have an iPhone, tripod, 1 or 2 cameras, and you think you can become a skit maker. Why do I feel like the skit makers are Gen Z? Xavier, what do you have against Gen Z? Back to Xavier's message. We should be our own censors. I'm very happy that people save these videos and pictures so the perpetrators come out. So if the perpetrators come out in later years to do rubbish, those pictures will surface. I love myself. If the devil decides to use whoever in the name of skits, beating is an understatement. We do not condone violence, by the way. As to what you will collect. All right, Xavier. And
but wait, Zibby, sorry. Mm-hmm. So you're saying like there's nothing anybody will do that will just make you give them that.
I'm not legally allowed to say.
Right.
Yeah, exactly. We're not legally allowed to say.
But I will say one thing though. I believe in self-defense.
Yes.
I believe in self-defense.
Self-defense.
If you're under attack, you have to defend.
Exactly.
I mean. Yes.
But that's not violence. That's self-defense.
It's violence at the end of the day because you guys are touching each other, you're fighting.
Yourself with your words like get back, you don't know me like that.
Exactly.
Okay now. Okay, all right. Let me know.
But that is all the time that we have for the grapevine this morning. Thanks for listening. Thanks for your messages. And thank you, Nigeria, not only for watching out for others, but also holding people accountable for the wrong things that they do. And it would be brilliant if we can also hold our elected leaders accountable as well.
Exactly. The segue. Wow. Respect. Segue queen.
Okay. Well, that is all the time that we have for the show. Thank you for your messages. Thank you to my co-anchors, Jumoke and Irabor, who was not the person I saw this morning. But yeah,
No.
thank you.
All right.
Bye.
Have a
Bye.
brilliant day ahead, Irabor and Jumoke. And do stay with us. There's a lot